at your left. Look at your right. Stop it.
A concerned boyfriend made a discreet decision. He secretly contacted police to have his girlfriend escorted out of a restaurant after she had too many drinks.
Did you call?
Hey, my girlfriend's kind of drunk, so I'm trying to get her out of here.
Okay, who's your girl?
I'm trying to have kids, but I'm trying to set her down. She's good now.
Where's she at?
Right here in the blonde. The blonde right here to the right.
Okay, there's two blondes right there.
The one with sunglasses on looking at you.
Oh, okay. I got you. What
she
was
was
going
cussing
on?
in front of the kids, and I told her, hey, we got kids around here. I'm with her.
Okay, yeah.
And I told her to chill out, finish the drink, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
And if it has to do with something, maybe you can scare her or something.
This is a huge moment right here, and it's easy to miss if you're not paying attention. The boyfriend openly admits he called police not because of a crime, but because he wanted officers to scare her. That's not how law enforcement works. Police are not relationship referees, and they're not intimidation tools. Once that call is made, control of the situation leaves his hands entirely. From a legal standpoint, this shifts everything. Officers now have to assess public intoxication, disorderly conduct, and safety. So ask yourself, if your partner was embarrassing you in public, would you call the police or handle it privately?
So I talked to the people on that table that were the ones yelling. Okay, so what happened today?
Basically, what happened? She insults the kids. She called the kids bitches.
Which kids?
The kids go over there because all those girls are here. They work there. So the kids are there right now.
Okay.
So that lady right there called the kids bitches. Hey, bitch, down my table. So probably she's drunk or something, but she's being really unrespectful. So we already told her, we said, hey, they need to be respectful. Please, if you know, you gotta leave. But she keep doing it. Actually, right now, she's keeping doing it. I don't know what happened with her mind.
Okay.
But I don't know. Yeah, I think she needs to leave.
Hold your f***ing tongue.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Hi.
Do you guys have IDs on you?
Yeah, not at the moment.
Yeah.
Not at the moment?
I have your first name.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Apparently I do.
Okay, I
It's
got you.
not a real ID. A real fucking ID. Ugh.
Watch your
Is
mouth.
A real ID has to be.
Kim, stop.
What?
Your kids are in there.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so chill.
How much has she had to drink?
Nothing. A couple beers.
Just a couple beers. She just was she lightweight? Is that what she's acting on? Okay.
What?
We
How
went
much?
to get our nails done right here, and
Yeah.
I just went outside to get a beer.
How much have you had to drink?
It doesn't matter. Here it comes.
Maybe she
What?
didn't finish it.
Huh?
How much have you had to drink?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Okay, so I.
So Kim,
We had started.
Kim, what we have to do is calm down and let's go. Okay, so sip whatever you got left.
Well, let's not do that, because here's the thing. You're really intoxicated.
This exchange matters because the officer is clearly laying groundwork here. Notice how calmly they're explaining that intoxication isn't illegal by itself, but public behavior absolutely can be. The distinction between drinking at home versus causing a disturbance in public is key. The repeated refusal to answer how much she's had to drink isn't helping her case either. Legally, officers don't need a breathalyzer to act. Visible impairment, slurred speech, and aggressive behavior are enough. At this point, she's being given multiple off-ramps to de-escalate, and she's ignoring every single one.
And it's one thing to do it inside of your home. It's another to do it out in public. Okay? It's actually against the law. Okay. You think that's a good idea?
Yeah.
You do?
This main divas.
Yeah, they did a great job on your nails. I'm just concerned about your level of intoxication.
It doesn't matter. I know.
Okay.
I fucking suck as a human.
Well, that's not what I said.
That's kind of.
What's your last name, man?
Bruning.
Her name's Kim.
What's my last name?
If you quit cussing, I might answer you. That's all I want you to do is quit cussing in front of the kids. That's what the people are having.
Yeah, because other people are here trying to enjoy their Saturday.
Kids, that was the...
I absolutely. Not the good way.
We're gonna leave.
Not the good way.
I want you to talk to these officers. Talk to the officers.
Hey.
Do you realize what's happening right now, Kim?
It's her birthday.
Here's where emotions start overriding logic. Someone brings up that it's her birthday, and while that might explain the drinking, it doesn't excuse the behavior. Birthdays don't grant immunity from consequences. What's more interesting is how often people use personal milestones as shields in public conflicts. Instead of calming things down, it almost escalates the entitlement. Officers are still trying to redirect her attention, lower the temperature, and avoid arrest. But she's locked into confrontation mode. Do you think this could have ended differently if she just acknowledged what was happening?
Do you know what's happening right now? Look at your left. Look at your right. Stop it.
We got a vehicle out of the roadway
Get the
parked in the
fucking
northwest
act
corner
like
wall.
47 years old.
They're searching over starting at 76.
Are you their friend, kid?
I'm a friend. I'm the driver.
You're the driver?
Yeah.
Okay.
My
You're the only one that hasn't had
mom and
anything to
the
drink?
other kids are in there.
You're the only one that hasn't had anything to drink?
Yeah. Oh, and the people in there.
How old are you?
I'm 18. Or 19. My birthday was yesterday. Oh my god.
Make contact with
Birthday girl.
another parent causing
Yeah.
disturbance.
She's a beautiful.
It was
Yes.
the female. Our calling parties with the
This shit's expensive,
I
so
believe the ball
we're
association.
gonna get out of here.
I believe she had a
Unless
gray
you're
red shirt on.
I don't know.
You know,
Do you
sell
want
us some
to? Do you
stuff.
want to
Like, get it
arrest me?
It's not cool to be
Can
arrested,
you act
Kim.
mature?
Clear.
Mature it up.
Sorry, my bad. Wait, it's not cool. Promise. What's up with the fucking
You know,
fucking what?
no patio area.
Seriously? He has
Okay.
a fucking
Your
mustache.
mouth. Let's get in the car.
No,
It's time to go.
You guys
Or
are
wherever.
gonna hang out for a minute, okay?
Okay.
So your driver, do you have a valid driver's
I
license
just,
on you?
I mean, can I go in there and grab
You don't have it on you?
Yes.
it? No. I just came out.
So I never got your side of the story, Kim.
What?
I never got your side of the story.
Wait, what would you like?
Okay, so
Oh.
so what happened with the kids?
That girl says she flips them off. I don't think she did. She just throws that up.
I think my kids are cool.
Not your kids, and some
Oh.
other kids that you were yelling at.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay,
Sorry, my bad.
I got you.
Kim, be nice.
What?
To the cop man, please be nice to him.
To
Respectful.
Maybe we're just
Okay,
waiting on
my
this.
kids are in
Are we just
there.
gonna wait on this?
So my children
Okay.
are in.
All right, Kim, I want you to stand up right now, okay?
Bye bye.
All right.
I'll see you in the morning.
Turn around for me.
No. You dare.
Just do what they say.
No.
It's fine right now. Please.
You're gonna
my
start
God,
stacking up
yeah.
charges.
Arrested for anything? It's let it
Well,
go.
again, one more time, you're getting another charge for resisting, okay?
This is the exact second the situation crosses a legal point of no return. The officer explicitly warns her. Continued resistance equals additional charges. That's not a threat, that's a legal fact. Even minor physical resistance can stack charges quickly, turning a misdemeanor into something much more serious. From a courtroom perspective, these verbal warnings are gold. They show restraint, clarity, and opportunity to comply. If this ends up before a judge, this warning will matter. The real tragedy here is that compliance right now could have stopped everything.
Yes. Stop it. I got your back, babe. I got you.
697.
Go ahead, Mark.
Both are clear, local county NCIC. Kimberly has a validatory 3, clear OSBI. Ryan has a 10-1243, 10-12 OSBI, 1 entry only.
Turn around. This way. Okay, do you have anything illegal on you?
Right now.
Okay, so if you tell me about it out here and I find it, it's most likely a misdemeanor. If it makes it into the jail, it's most likely a felony, okay?
This explanation is textbook policing and surprisingly generous. The officer is clearly explaining the legal difference between disclosure versus discovery. If contraband is found during booking, penalties increase. This is a chance to minimize damage, not escalate it. What's striking is how calm and procedural the officer remains compared to the chaos earlier. This moment shows the system trying to protect itself and the individual. It also highlights how quickly a night out can turn into a permanent record, all because earlier warnings weren't taken seriously.
Good. Okay. Separate your feet for me. Wider. Thank you.
Will be okay. It's just her wrists are just too small.
I can do it.
She's got plenty of room in there. Okay. All right. Have a seat. Have a seat.
It's easier if you put your
Butt
behind
first.
first.
Yep. There you go. Scoot yourself in with your feet.
Absolutely.
Kim, one more time. If you don't go in, you're getting a charge.
No.
I got any warrants?
Huh?
I'm good.
Where's the You got a driver with you?
Hey.
We have 4 other people.
Okay, but you're not driving at all whatsoever?
I don't drive. I don't have a license. I got a DUI last 2 years ago. I fucked up.
Okay, you're driving?
Yes, I
Do you
am.
mind taking your hand out of your pocket because you have a knife in? Thank you.
I do have enough.
Yeah.
600,
There's that bag. It's best if you just get out of here and just take him away from the scene. I don't want to arrest him. Okay, he's just on the fence right now. If you're able to get him out of here, you're gonna save him from that jail time.
Thank you.
Okay, I don't want to see him in this area whatsoever. If you guys already paid, get out of here.
I'll go watch the car. I have to help her out, so don't let me get arrested. So
Yeah.
she's going.
I suggest you don't be in public the rest of the day until you sober up a little bit so that you don't go to jail for DI, okay?
In the end, this case wasn't about a single insult or a few drinks. It was about escalation, accountability, and missed chances to walk away. Officers gave repeated warnings, explained legal consequences, and tried de-escalation at nearly every step. The arrest wasn't sudden. It was the result of continued refusal to comply in a public setting. Situations like this are reminders that once police are involved, emotions need to come down fast. So now we want to hear from you. Who handled this worst? The boyfriend, Kim, or no one at all? If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom and police breakdowns.